King Edgy here, bringing you another Gen 1 video. And this is a particularly exciting video. As you can see, it's a best of 7 series, but it's not just any series. This is the semi-final of Master Tour number 22. The elite players on the Gen 1 Randoms ladder get together every month, every couple months, and put together a little tournament. We've got Livid Washed versus Rabbit. You can see their progression throughout. Winner to face the legend Yazoo in the finals. But wow, this tournament's incredible. If you're a high-level RBY player and you are not in the Discord, get in there. I mean, these are matches you would pay to see. Chuva Tyler in the second round. Come on. Come on. But here we are with two all-time greats, Livid and Rabbit. We're a little late to this one. But before we jump right in, we are doing these commentary analysis videos to get back into RBY. And my hope is that I have an exciting series coming for you starting on Monday, the 25th of March. That's my big hope. We're trying to make a real push for 500 subscribers, and that would be really amazing to get. So please help me out with that goal if you're enjoying the content. And with that, we're just going to dive into game one here. We're on Livid's side, so we're going to pretend to be Livid. We've got Growlithe versus Raticate to start. Fire Blast seems like a great first play. Now Vulpix is here. You expect the Confuse Ray to come in from Rabbit, but I just stay in here with Growlithe and go for the Body Slam, and then switch out to maybe something faster so it can't get raid as easily. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, Vulpix just goes straight for the Body Slam. Wow, surprising. So I just stick with this Body Slam then. Growlithe wins this matchup 10 times out of 10. No rays coming out from the Rabbit. Wow. Can't believe it. All right. Poliwag comes out here. And it's in an interesting spot, right? Like, it could Amnesia up, or it could just Surf. I think it'll probably just Surf, expecting that it's the fastest thing out there. And you know what? I don't know who Livid has in the back, but maybe something that can handle the Surf. Is it worth saving this Growlithe? Probably not. I might let Growlithe go. No, Oddish comes out? Okay. And now you have to decide, like, is it worth the Hypnosis gamble? I think Rabbit's definitely going to Hypnosis. If I'm Livid, I came out with this Oddish for a reason, and that reason probably was to click Sleep Powder, but otherwise let it go to sleep, and then switch to a Water type in the back. So let's see what happens here. Probably the Blizzard, I would think. Yep. Really good Blizzard there. Just a comment on that Blizzard, right? You could get greedy and go for the Amnesia there, but you never know what's about to come out, right? Is it going to be Electrode? Is it going to be, you know, Lapras or Cloyster or something that's just going to immediately wall you? So going for the Blizzard there is nice. You get the crit, you could get the freeze. But again, we see why Livid decided on that Oddish. He has another sleeper in the back here. He'll probably go for it. Nails it. Pretty good move there. And now I might spam Thunder Wave if I'm Livid here, just because Coughing can't risk staying in and getting knocked out, unless something else get put to sleep. And that's exactly what happens. Great. Mew will probably fight back with a Thunder Wave of its own, I would guess. So I might go out to Growlithe here. Just try for it. No, Articuno comes out, maybe predicting an Earthquake, and goes for a big Blizzard. I think this does two-shot Mew from this range, so we're not too worried about it, but we miss. Unfortunate. Can try the Blizzard again. Yeah, it does two-shot the Mew. And we get it. So what's going to happen now? Probably Poliwag comes out. Still risky to go for the Amnesia, but I think it's probably time. Yep, Hypno. Oh no, still too risky, so totally fine play there. You don't want Poliwag to get paralyzed. If he's your win condition, then keep it safe and healthy, so we'll just see what happens. Now, I got to imagine a switch out, but I don't know what it could be. Coughing to block the Thunder Wave, and now just letting Coughing go, because Hypno is in range for Raticate's Hyper Beam, potentially for its Body Slam. I'm not quite sure on the calc there, but you have to see. It's a solid play from Rabbit. I could just go for the Body Slam here. Yeah, just in case of something like that, right? Because if you hit the Hypno, then the Hypno is in range for Poliwag to clean it up. So this is fine, though. A good Super Fang here. Oh, we miss. That's tough. But it's time to Poliwag Amnesia, finally. Abra's last. That's devastating. We're definitely going to get paralyzed here. And nothing we can do about it except freeze him. No, we don't get it. So now it's just time to click Surf and hope. Enough of his team is within range here that they can't do a ton of damage to us. They're all special attackers, so we could still have this with some surfs. One big surf. Now we've caught up to real time. Sweet. So we can just kind of relax and see what happens here. But I think we have to go... because Omastar and Abra probably both know Seismic Toss. And I think we might have to go Omastar. Because Abra's faster, and so whatever your last is, you want to be able to paralyze it or, use Psychic or something. A couple Seismic Tosses, we live this Surf, we get another Seismic Toss off. And then, okay, so his last is Golbat. Oh, Mega Drain might heal him out of range for the Abra. Oh, he's faster. Golbat's faster than Abra. But I still don't know about that switch. Because what are you going to do to the Articuno? That Oddish switch was really good. That Oddish switch was really, really good. Now you can safely go to Articuno if you want. And 2 Blizzards probably get the Poliwag, but yeah, Parafusion is tough. Gotta go Wag here and hope, but I don't know, that's a little risky too, because you go out into Oddish here. Oh, you could go to Omastar, right? So you're not in Surf range anymore. I'll just probably Body Slam or Blizzard here, actually. He goes for the freeze, that's fine. We can just Surf. Oh, he goes Blizzard, okay, yep. Alright, now it's Parafusion versus the world here. If Articuno breaks through, it's game over. If Articuno does not break through, it's also game over, but in the other way. Wow, what an RNG dependent endgame here. I myself love Confuse Ray when I have it and hate it when I don't. It's just one of those moves. Are you going to try to bait into the Omastar on the Hyper Beam here? You're not. You're just going to get it. Wow. Wow, what a play. All right, and we're into game 2 here. Again, Livid versus Rabbit. I love this, it's got the category here, it's got the number of wins you've got. It's really nice. We've got Doduo versus Rapidash. We can't let the Doduo get burned, even though it's tempting to paralyze the Rapidash. We gotta switch out right away. Maybe we'll go do Starmie. Well, we could predict that he's going Body Slam, because he doesn't want to burn a Star or a Chansey or something, and risk our own Body Slam here with Doduo, but no, I think it's safer, especially this early into the game. Doduo is fast, and it hits like a truck. I'd like to keep it if I could, so I think we'll see a switch out here on Doduo's side. And we don't. He just goes for the Fire Blast. We get a crit, but no para. Okay. To me, that might signal that we're a little scared of this Rapidash. That maybe we don't have a good counter. Because a lot of water types are defensive too, so they can handle the Body Slam. It wouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, and if we're going Muck here, I mean, you burn this Muck and it's useless. Alright, but Muck hangs on. No Psychic type, please? Of course. And you just click Psychic here if you're Rabbit. There's no reason to risk the Hypnosis miss and then Muck explodes in your face. That's just not really worth it here. So let's see what happens. Though I expect just classic Psychic. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Livid's probably thinking about what to do. Is it in range for Psychic? Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I told Rabbit not to do there, for exactly that reason. You can't risk that. Now Drowsy's about to get put to sleep. Oh, they're both putting each other to sleep. Wow. Two of the least accurate moves in the whole game. But Sing comes up clutch. Oof. And then the Hypnosis comes through. Yeah, I was going to say they are speed tied, right? So Clefairy went first every single turn, the first 3 turns, and then when it mattered, Drowsy won that speed tie. Nice switch to Thunder Wave there, right? In case something else came in. Clefairy is in range for 1 more Psychic, so he didn't need to Psychic there, but you could have gotten a huge Paralysis plus Psychic off into something else. But Drowsy's weak at level 81. A good physical attack will knock it out from this range. We'll just have to see. It's like Tauros or something. Meowth. Good normal attacker. It's Vulpix. Could go for the Confuse Ray there. 50% chance for Confusion and then 60% chance for Hypnosis. And there's only a 30% chance you get put to sleep. I like those odds. 1 hit yourself in Confusion plus a Fire Blast will knock out the Drowsy. I don't know if Fire Blast by itself gets him from this range, but I imagine Rabbit checked the calc and would know for sure. And now I think Fire Blast is pretty safe. And it does get the KO. Yep. So we go. R-Box here. And, you know, we were scared of fire types earlier. We're still scared of them. I think this is speed tie again, 212 all. Yep. So we can just try to Earthquake, though. No sense in going for the Glare here because it isn't super accurate. Though we could go for the Glare here. I wouldn't mind that. And even though Rock Slide can't flinch, it's still a pretty good move. But I think we're Body Slam Hyper Beam. Rabbit's setting up for the Parafusion late game with the Vulpix, trying these Confuse Ray strats again, seeing if they'll pay off. But Rabbit's down. Livid is in a great position here. Faster than the Dragonite, can just chip away at it. If Livid has anything faster than Vulpix in the back, then this game is close to being over. Hyper Beam might not knock out Dragonite from this range, so I'd just go Body Slam again. Let him knock us out. If he does, great. If he doesn't, even better. Now we get to see what's happening here. Vulpix just goes for Body Slam, right? But now if we have that faster Mon, here's where we see it. And we do, of course. Just a quick double edge. And we should have this game. So it obviously depends who his last is. It's Dugong. Dugong can handle us pretty well. Whew. That might have sealed it for us, that crit. Michu probably would have had it anyway, but certainly a close one. And we're ready for game 3. Aerodactyl versus Mr. Mime. Don't love Aerodactyl in general, but I think I might just leave it here. Oh no, Paris. I have Paris, so that's a great switch. And we can put something to sleep for free. Spore's 100% accurate. It's an amazing move. Let's see if we get it. That's the Golbat get put to sleep. Golbat could have won game 1 for Rabbit, so that's a little surprising to me. I don't mind staying in and Body Slamming here, although I think switching out might have been the better play. Just because Golbat could wake up and then you've got Confuse Ray to deal with. You switch out to something faster than Golbat and you're in pretty good shape here. But I also can understand why Rabbit let Golbat get put to sleep. It's not very good against Aerodactyl. You've got Aerodactyl and Electrode. Come on, dude. What kind of teams are these and randoms? Yep, we're just letting Golbat get put back to sleep. That seems totally reasonable. I don't know if you caught the double switch here on turn 7, but on turn 6 we sent out Electrode, and then on turn 7 we immediately withdrew it, predicting that there was a ground type coming out. Now Paris just chips away, and of course, yeah, fire type in the back. Burning the Gyarados isn't insignificant, but yeah, it's not huge either. I'm just clicking Psychic here if I'm Rabbit. Yep, because you could get the drop, and then Paris drops. Oh, he's got his own Mime. Wow, Livid's team is fast, huh? I'm gonna Thunder Wave here for both of them, I think. I know that there's a Sand Slash there, but not much I can do about it at the moment. Psychic into Seismic Toss is a great play there, because the Psychic could have dropped the special, which would re-inflict the paralysis and let you guaranteed go first. I think Fire Blast gets Mime from this range, but it's actually probably pretty close. Yeah. So that's not great to see, but Paralyzing Ponyta means we have a way around Spore for Paris, so it's alright. Now we better have a water type in the back or else we're in trouble here. This Gyarados is looking intense. Want to take something down with this Hydro. Oh, predicts the water type switch. So Livid is making predictions here, and they're working out generally all right. That was a safe predict because the worst that could happen there is he has a ground type to block the Thunderbolt. I don't know what Snorlax knows. I don't want to find out. If I'm Ponyta here, I can Agility. Oh, but I can get doubly crit. Brutal. Brutal set so far. Snorlax switching out like that tells me it doesn't have Amnesia. I don't think Rock Slide gets the KO from this range, but it does on Paris, certainly. And this is now getting interesting. Because of the games we can play with Electrode. But Ninetales pretty much ends it, I think. We need a paralysis from this Body Slam here. We don't get it. I think Earthquake might knock it out, though. Oh, he goes Body Slam again. Rock Slide knocks him out now. So does Earthquake. Unless we're burned. Earthquake still gets him. Yeah, if he'd used that Earthquake earlier, it might have been a different story. But actually, it's really close here. If Snorlax can take this Gyarados, it's just going to come down to the 50-50 guess, right? Like, you go Aerodactyl here. He goes Sand Slash. I think he was predicting the Electrode switch, maybe? Because Sand Slash, I mean, it can't do much here. It could go for Rock Slide, I guess, and do some damage. It won't knock out the Aerodactyl. It could Swords Dance here, but then Gyarados gets a free switch in. I think you have to go Rock Slide here if you're Rabbit, and risk getting burned. Okay, so Electrode comes out. Electrode could just Explosion. Because if Snorlax comes out, the Explosion plus like a Blizzard from Gyarados probably knocks it out. So I think you have to stay in with Sand Slash and take the Explosion. And hope that Gyarados misses one of its attacks here so that Snorlax can clean it up. No, he switches out. That surprises me. Alright, is he gonna Thunder? Does he have Thunderbolt? Has he been hiding Thunderbolt this whole time? That would be incredible. He could self-destruct, but then it's a 50-50. Does he switch out to Aerodactyl? Rabbit double switched to Sand Slash last time, but he doesn't this time. And that should seal it. You got a Swords Dance here if you're Sand Slash at this point. And he doesn't. I think he's just conceding, but he doesn't know Surf. He's Hydro Pump. He could miss. He doesn't miss. Wow, okay. Whew. That was some game. Wow. And just like that, it's 3-0, and Livid has huge advantage. The start of this game also pretty good for Livid. Fire Blast doesn't one-shot the Vileplume, so you do have to decide on who you want to get put to sleep. But Livid predicts the water type switch and goes to Krabby. Krabby's so good against water types because it hits so hard physically. Oh, and Rabbit just missing both blizzards. Give him the freeze game. Let him... Hey, thank you. Like, come on. After all that. Magneton comes out here. Vileplume can come back in pretty safely. Whoa, he just stays in with Seeking. That might signal to me that he has another water type in the back. Vileplume comes out here, surprising to me. Magneton's in range for a lot of things to just knock it out. Vileplume's not one of those things, so you get a little bit of chip damage. Whoa! Big sleep powder prediction there. Now you just body slam away if you're Vileplume, right? And he goes down to 5 body slams. You could Swords Dance here if you want to, but yeah, that switch is pretty good. You go Magneton here, but whew, barely survives. I go back to Vileplume right now. Like, I don't know. This start is really favoring Rabbit. I'm pretty surprised by some of the plays Livid's making. He makes great predictions, but I think he's making a few too many here in this game 4. That switch to Venonat. One of the bigger ones. And we were right, Rabbit did have a second water type. That's why he was okay letting it go, letting the Seeking go. Horsey knows agility. I think it might use it here. We go for the flinch. I like the strategy there. Go for the flinch. Get the crit. So Body Slam knocks it out now. Pretty safe. And we hope the Ponyta's just faster than his whole team. And it seems to be. Growlithe, kind of risky here because we can't go for a fire type move or we'll defrost the Krabby. Although 2 Fire Blast might knock it out. The Stomp comes out again there, which suggests to me that he has Pokemon faster than Growlithe. Otherwise, you'd try to go for the Paralysis there. Vileplume comes out. It can eat 1 slash before it goes down. I think the plan here is to let Drowsy come out and paralyze the Meowth. Seems to be the plan, but you gotta switch out here if you're Livid, unless you have a second Mon faster than Growlithe, which is possible. The big Psychic coming out here, plus the Fire Blast, I think will knock out the Meowth. But again, it is risky because the Krabby could get thawed from this Fire Blast, but I think 2 Fire Blasts knock it out. Oh, but Rabbit just going with the Body Slam. He can set up an Agility here. He can set up a Reflect here if he knows it. Now it's looking pretty good. The temptation to use Fire-type moves still strong, but Krabby is definitely in 2-shot range now, and I think Rabbit can take it with 2 successful Fire Blasts, or even a Fire Blast and a Flamethrower. As long as Spearow doesn't get a crit here, this game is Rabbit's to lose. You know, even if Rabbit's last is a Rock Ground type, Rabbit wins no matter what here. Could just go for Body Slam. And I'd probably just go for Body Slam here. Just in case somehow Krabby thaws and survives 2 Fire-type attacks. But Rabbit knows what's up, knows who his last is, and takes this one home. Great comeback from Rabbit in a game where I thought Livid had a big advantage from the start, and just Rabbit just made the plays. Livid, as I said, I think made too many predictions there. But we're in game 5 now. It's 3-1 Livid. Rabbit's trying to come back for the reverse sweep. We'll see if it can happen. A big early switch out, but you know the Ray's coming through. I mean, I understand the concern. Golbat does about half to Dugtrio, but like, use Body Slam, go for that Paralysis, and then switch out. Ghastly hits the Hypnosis through the confusion. Again, we mentioned this earlier, only a 30% chance. Pretty safe play from Rabbit, but it didn't work out. But a first turn Wake Up allows Mew to paralyze anything. Dugtrio can't 2-shot the Mew, so even if you switch to block the Paralysis, it's not great because now Mew can do some serious damage to you in return. And now Mew's going to heal up, I would imagine. And then just knock out the trio. I think Psychic will do it from this range. Well, actually, it'll be pretty close. Psychic's about half the power of Blizzard, right? So, yeah, what kind of a switch was that to Venusaur? Oh, Venusaur's faster than Mew. Excuse me, excuse me. Great switch to Venusaur. Right, 189. Mew's only 186, right? Yep. Okay. Again, this is why we're doing the commentary. We're trying to get back into it. We're trying to remember the metagame because we've got a new Gen 1 series coming out for you on Monday the 25th. Should be a ton of fun. Really hoping we can get our viewing numbers up. So if you haven't seen our vids before, check them out. Suggest them to friends. Subscribe to the channel. Do all those things that help out my algorithm here. We got to switch out the Mew here. We can't risk letting something else get put to sleep. Golbat's a tough choice because you don't want it paralyzed, but I guess you figure it gets walled pretty hard by the Ghastly, so whatever. And right now, what are you going to do? Double Edge again, maybe? Yeah, just hoping that he switches out with Ghastly. You could spam the Ray, but doesn't seem great. Livid's team's fast. Oh, we've got a good B, though. Beedrill's no joke at level 87. Like, it might knock out this Ghastly from this much health. It certainly knocks out the Venusaur. Obviously, it doesn't knock out the Shelter. Shelter, it's risky to go for Explosion here, and you do live a Twin Needle plus a Hyper Beam, I think. But it goes for the Explosion anyway, gets it on the Horsey. Wow. Wow, Horsey's pretty defensive too. I wonder if that's guaranteed. I think I'm going to look that up, see whether or not it's guaranteed. Jump into the calculator here. We got Shelter versus Horsey. Explosion, oh, it's not guaranteed, only about half, 50-50, yep. Love the Dragonair play here. Hate to see the Seadra, but the freeze is real? Not yet. We could paralyze this Seadra, though. We could use Thunderbolt on it. We could let Mew go down. So we let Mew go down, which is a little surprising, because he does have 2 sleepers still. We must expect that Beedrill has just got it with a dance. Beedrill is the fastest thing on Rabbit's team. It's also faster than both sleepers, so with a dance, it might, if it swords, dances, and agilities, it might sweep this team, actually. I think it will. I think it will. But it needs to do both of those things. So first, it needs to make sure Seadra doesn't know Hydro Pump. 2 Hydro Pumps, I think, will get the Beedrill, whereas 2 Surfs won't. Second, it needs to know Agility. And third, Livid would have to give it the opportunity to set those up. And Livid has, I think, oh, bailed out by the crit. Wow, I mean, Livid made a mistake there, right? You gotta go into Eradicate and go for the Body Slam. Because even though the Agility's coming out, like, you can block that. Well, I mean, you don't block it with a Paralysis, but you give yourself an out, right? That was a, what, Sage's crit rate's what, 14% maybe? 15%? Goes for the freeze, doesn't get it. Oh, and another crit from Seadra, just rubbing it in. And this is smart here. You want to switch out so that you get Dugtrio out, who's faster than Eradicate. Now, of course, you can't, but Seadra can come in and do massive damage with a Blizzard. You know, I probably let Venusaur go down here and then go to Ghastly. And don't even go for the Hypnosis, I just go for Psychics. So it's risky because we could miss the Blizzard here. I know we probably won't, but we could, right? So it'd be safer to go to Ghastly there and just let Ghastly use some Psychics. I guess he wanted to keep Ghastly, Eradicate, but like, no, it's way safer to go Ghastly, Psychic him down a little bit, Eradicate, Body Slam him down a little bit, Dugtrio, Earthquake him the rest of the way. Because, 100% accurate moves. right? There's no reason. I mean, obviously, still had it, but just a slightly less optimized way of getting there, I thought. So, wow, that's the set. It goes to Livid in 5 games, 4-1. We thought in game 1, Livid played it all right. We thought Rabbit might have had it at the end, and then it kind of came down to a 50-50, right? Should I Hyper Beam with Golbat here? Or should I predict that he is baiting me into Omastar? Game 2, whew, big crit from Firo at the end, which mattered a little bit. Might have mattered a little bit. But, just a solid overall game from start to finish there. The Hypnosis play on the Mach, that was the one that I wasn't super happy about. But maybe we should do the calc and see if we were right to be upset about that. Oh, okay. Muck had 62% left, I believe, so maybe not appropriate to be upset. So, all right, Hypnosis, a fine choice there. Game 3, I thought the end game didn't work out quite right for Rabbit. I thought he was in position where it, again, was basically a 50-50. He chose to self-destruct with the Snorlax, which I think was the wrong play. But again, Livid has been hard calling a lot of things, and Rabbit did show the Sand Slash earlier. So I don't know. Tough one there. Rabbit got this one. I thought played it really well. I thought Livid got a little unlucky with the freeze on the Krabby and the crit on the Magneton. But I think played it wrong on that switch out to Venonat. Primarily because Venonat was your only sleeper. And like you had a frozen Krabby you could have switched out into there. And like let Vileplume get all the way set up, whatever. Your Venonat's faster than Vileplume. You can put it to sleep. So I thought that was a bit of a blunder from Livid, but otherwise generally a well-played game. And then this one. Man, Rabbit had this one, and then just that crit from Seadra, right? Because Beedrill sweeps this team. Set up Beedrill, swept this team. So, whew. What a series. Great semifinals. And once it gets locked in here, it'll be Yazoo versus Livid in the finals. If they post early enough so that we can spectate, we will do that and probably break up our new series with one of those videos. But again, starting on Monday the 25th, we're going to be trying to do 2 episodes a week, one on Mondays, one on Fridays, getting back into the Gen 1 scene, figuring out what's new, what's good, what we like to do, and trying to make that ladder climb again. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you go cheer on Livid in the finals against Yazoo, and I will see you in the next video.